very happy, sir. Call again. Goodbye.
United with plans to build a joint moon base. Chinese purchases of Russian energy have been critical for the latter's economic survival in the wake of international sanctions following its invasion of Ukraine. But Russia's lack of success in its war has also revealed some of the weaknesses in this strategic partnership that is supposedly without limit. China has not given Russia direct military aid, something the Kremlin has badly wanted. It is willing to give Russia certain arms and weapons, but will currently not go beyond that. This decision by Xi Jinping is ostensibly to avoid damaging China's already slowing economy with international sanctions that will follow such moves. What if there was a more cynical principle involved too? What if it wouldn't be all that bad for China if its now undeniably junior strategic partner were to lose the war in Ukraine? Let's look at some of the reasons why Beijing might not be all too upset about a Russian defeat. China and Russia have a shared interest in undermining the post-Cold War international order led by the United States. However, beyond this, there are some tensions within the strategic partnership. Moscow and Beijing have long had border disputes that have at times turned deadly. Border skirmishes broke out in 1969, for example. Although the border dispute was supposedly settled in a two-year there are still some tensions. On Valentine's Day 2023, the Chinese Ministry of Natural Resources issued a mandate to maintain secrecy out of Russian Manchuria, including Vladivostok, which should be known by their original Chinese names on future government maps. The Chinese government documents Russian Vladivostok will now be known as Manchuria. This move may have been in response to a 2020 message by the Russian embassy to China on Weibo, the Chinese States, on Twitter, about the 160th anniversary of the founding of Vladivostok. However, Vladivostok had once been Chinese territory, and in fact alleged as such by the 1689 Treaty of Sheets, with Russia and the Qing dynasty. Then, during China's weakness in the 19th century, the war forced the latter to sign two treaties that granted Vladivostok and the rest of Outer Manchuria to Russia. The 2005 border agreement acknowledged the 19th century border lines. Up until now, Beijing had an interest in abiding by those borderlines, no matter how historically resentful it was to the Chinese leadership. But a Russian defeat in Ukraine would give China more leverage to reassert those old territorial claims and insist on restoring the old 1689 border, especially if the Russian military were to be completely depleted. Reclaiming these lost territories would be beneficial to Beijing in other ways too. For example, if China could retake the southern part of the Khabarovsk Krai in Outer Manchuria, its border would reach the Sea of Japan and the Sea of Okhotsk. Geostrategically, this acquisition would help to mitigate China's being surrounded by the First Island Chain, a set of countries friendly to the United States that stretches from Japan to Indonesia. The First Island Chain creates several choke points that permit the United States and its allies to cut off Chinese shipping, such as the Malacca, Yonne, and the Yangtze Straits. About 60% of China's energy imports come through these shipping lanes, and if hostilities were to break out over Taiwan, let's say, a blockade by the United States and its allies would destroy the Chinese economy. Securing Outer Manchuria would permit China to seek alternative shipping lanes to the north. Outer Manchuria also has abundant resources. Plentiful hydrocarbon reserves are there, and since China is a country heavily dependent on foreign energy imports, it would naturally desire to produce as many domestic sources as possible. The area is also rich in water, which China desperately needs, as many of its water sources have been polluted by decades of communist mismanagement. The weather is also taking its toll. Years of drought have stretched water reserves further. Some of China's rivers, like the Yangtze, which provides water for more than 400 million people, are losing volume. Between 2018 and 2022, water flows along the Yangtze's main route were 50% below the average. In August 2022, Chinese authorities were forced to discharge 980 million cubic meters of water from reservoirs to replenish the river, and the drought meant that 780,000 people need government support. Yet, despite China's demand for water will surpass 800 billion cubic meters. Historically, water shortages have been a cause for war, and China's water problems have made its neighbors